Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Now, if you are a South African and you are not frustrated by mainstream media currently, you need to check yourself. Before I proceed, I would like to say at the end of my commentary, I'm going to put some clips of two South African girls who were the victims of stolen identity. So after that, you come back to the comment section and try and beautify what Chidima's mother did to benefit her own daughter. So with that said, so South Africans are super frustrated currently because the mainstream media is trying to beautify the crime that was committed. And when you look at the journalists that are pushing this, it makes you wonder how many professionals that are at the top that did the same thing that Chidima did, because they are trying to defend something that you just cannot defend. It is supposed to be condemned, but currently Chidima is being portrayed as a victim. Is she a victim? If she is a victim, we must look at her mother. That's the person that is making her daughter to be a victim. Now, I really need the South African law to punish severely the South African officials that participate in such crimes, that help the illegal immigrants to commit such crimes. You know, let me tell you something. In South Africa, this is not a new thing. South African babies born of Nigerian fathers and South African mothers, that is the norm. It is no shock. It is not shocking. We have South African babies born of Zimbabwean fathers, the mothers are South African. We know them. What we are against is some people stealing people's identities, being in South Africa illegally. You know, let me tell you, the worst ones are the ones that are stealing identity, because we have two types. We have the ones that are here roaming the streets without any papers at all. But the ones that steal identity of South African children or South African people, those are the dangerous ones. Those are the dangerous ones. Look at how things are at this moment due to what Chidima's mother did for Chidima. So we cannot say, oh, Chidima is innocent. All right, let's just say Chidima is innocent. She didn't know anything. Why was she not embracing her mother's culture as a South African instead of having a Mozambican flag and a Nigerian flag? Those are the actions of someone who knows where she comes from. She knows. You know, that's according to me. You are allowed to argue that, but that is according to me. So, the media is trying so hard, so hard. I don't know whether this is an attempt to protect the government that we had before the GNU, the ANC, or maybe because we are here today because of bad governance by the ANC government. I pray to God that we never get to see that. A country where ANC is the majority. Please, we must never see that again. It didn't help us at all. So when you look at how things are now with the GNU, things are beginning to happen. So if we have too many people in top positions in South Africa, and those people were beneficiaries too of stolen identity, you can only imagine what's going to happen, because this is how this looks like now. Because if the Chidima case now, if Chidima were to be stripped off of all the education that she has acquired, all the identity that she has acquired, because that's how it's supposed to be, because that identity was for somebody else, who knows what that child could have been in this life if it were not for her identity being stolen by Chidima's mother to benefit her own child. So that would mean it is standard. That is the law. It should be like that, that all the other people that benefited from stolen identity, whether we are a doctor, whether you are a journalist, or whatever that you are, you be stripped off of whatever you've acquired with that stolen identity. So the noise, when you look at things on that perspective, you begin to understand why the victim's voice is being silenced. I blame the ANC. Honestly, I do blame the ANC. They didn't do us any good. For the past years, you know, there's something good that they did, which is taking us out of oppression, apartheid, and all of that. But as for governing the country, those people had no clue. Maybe we're supposed to have left them after 1994 as a country. Maybe that's where our relationship was supposed to have ended, because they lost focus on what was truly supposed to happen. So before we say with all this that the media that is doing, it makes you ask yourself a lot of questions. How many are in those offices? How many are in those NGOs? How many are in top positions in general that benefited in identity theft? We need to ask ourselves those questions, because there is no way that this thing we want to trivialize it when it has a victim, somebody that couldn't benefit as a South African. The Home Affairs Minister said the mother couldn't register her child because that identity was already stolen, and we want to trivialize that. Before I get even more emotional, please do watch the clips of these girls, and do have a lovely day.
When they were giving me the temporary card, I still had to do fingerprint verification. It did not allow. They were just like, it's not a problem, we'll do it using the OTP. Sorry, and they did it using the OTP. They gave me the card. So now it's time for me to fetch my new card, which was yesterday. I went to the bank in Dobsonville, and when I was verifying using my thumb, they're like, it's not verifying, your fingerprints have been blocked, which basically means I no longer own the ID number. But I do have the smart card. I do have documents confirming that this ID belongs to me from Home Affairs. I don't know how they blocked my ID, my fingerprints, meaning they blocked them and then they created a smart card for her because she didn't have a smart card. Because before they gave me my confirmation, they've been saying that, yeah, this girl has been trying to get a smart card, but she's not submitting her clinic cards. And I did submit my clinic cards. I submitted information from my primary school, high school, stating that I've been using this, and my birth certificate stating I've been. But still, at Home Affairs, they are not giving me a new ID, because at this point, the only thing I need is a new ID to carry on with my life. And I don't have a matric certificate, meaning I won't graduate. I'm basically non-existent. So if you know anyone who can assist me, or who assisted her regarding this ID duplication issue, please do reach out. This is a very serious matter. I basically cannot do anything. Like, I literally cannot do anything, because now my fingerprints have been blocked. And I only found out yesterday, on the 16th of February 2024, that my fingerprints are blocked. I no longer own that ID. I don't have an ID now. I will go to Home Affairs on Monday, and I'll see how that goes. But if you know someone who can help me, please do reach out. I will appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much.
Hi, Likai. Ayanda, from Mamelodi, Nalnapia, 16 2. Kinali 22 years. Kinali Tataba ID. I couldn't get an ID because like it duplicate go Home Affairs, and then working at 16 kero ko ila smart card ke kero already ba setse na le motho a setse a sirileng ka di details tsa ka tsotlhe, ID le bitso laka, and then ditswa o dirile ko KZN, and then azanka nna KZN. So bothata